I would like to welcome everybody who is stumbling across my YouTube channel. Hello, my name is Serendipity Steph. Something that I discovered about confidence, and not just the fake it till you make it kind of confidence where a minor setback takes place and you go back to your poverty mindset, but more so of an aura that encompasses you, that people can read without needing to be said. Confidence in yourself, truly. For a very long time growing up, I had this thing about image, and I don't know if it was placed upon me by family members, my immediate parents, by my environment, by society, but I had a really big people pleasing problem before I started my spiritual journey. I feel like the best way for many of us to learn is through connections. That's how I feel creation really got to know more about itself. It created another entity, the polar opposite of itself, that brings about evil, quote unquote, as opposed to godliness, which is, in my opinion, creation. Everything all around you, nature, us, so on and so forth. So, with learning about myself through other individuals, I experienced a lot of drama very early in my life due to sometimes wanting to be part of a certain crowd, or sometimes due to fears instilled upon me by my elders, or just society, all the things. And to be honest, naturally, every human being, sentient thing, has an ego, has a sense of self. It's wired within us, it's our default setting, if you will, when we get triggered, especially by unhealed trauma. One of the things that I discovered that helped me gain more confidence in myself after experiencing so many losses, because I'm telling you, I thought that there was something wrong with me and that I was the problem. And many people tell you that. Many people do blame you sometimes when others are no longer in your life. That happened to me. I was made to feel guilty for choosing myself when I decided that I no longer wanted to keep on giving to other people and getting taken advantage of. I know that a part on my end, as I healed and became more self-aware, I people pleased because I was afraid of conflict. I was afraid of ruffling feathers. I was afraid of people being disappointed. And in many cases, people pleasing is a type of manipulation. People pleasers have the biggest crash outs. And that is because they'll pile on duties on duties on duties. They get to their breaking point because they're unable to speak up for themselves, instill boundaries, or say no. That when a people pleaser all of a sudden no longer wants to be that anymore, you turn into an evil person. You turn into a bad person. In many cases, growing up, in my experience, everybody is different. And I hope that throughout my videos that I post here on this YouTube channel, I can help at least one person. That's the goal. Or simply have a memoir here, a library for myself as I evolve through my spiritual journey, which I am currently still on. It doesn't end, honey. I was activated all the way back in 2016. But I wasn't really all that serious in my spiritual journey until I was trigger for realsies. In like 2021 and 2022, I went through a lot of ish. Mainly due to relationships. But that's a subject for another day. You're probably thinking, what the hell does this have to do with confidence and being confident and oozing confidence? Well, I'll tell you. When you're people pleasing and you don't know who you are, you don't stand up for yourself, you tend to fall into a lot of things that you really didn't need to if you were true and blue to you and you really stood firm on your own convictions. So maybe this is a message for my individuals who are empathic, you love and you care about others, but maybe you're at a point in your life where you are deciding to draw back your energy because it's not yielding any returns. And there's nothing wrong with you. I want you to know that first and foremost, because I always thought that there was something wrong with me, and I was like, maybe they're right. Maybe it is me. Maybe I'm the common denominator. Maybe I'm the issue. And then I made peace. Then I forgave myself. And then I came to the conclusion that I am okay with what I look like physically. That's one thing that you really have to make peace with. Your looks, who you are at your core, and not letting that sway you from being authentic to who you are. I know that it's tough because we live in 2025, the age of social media. We pay attention to celebrities, we care about TikTokers, we worry about influencers. You have to realize that many of these individuals have people behind them to help them curate an image, and that many of these individuals don't have confidence themselves. There's a lot of individuals who are gorgeous physically, yet make some of the worst decisions that makes you like question. Sometimes you'll even find yourself being like, if I look like this, I wouldn't do this, this, and this. I wouldn't put up with this, that, and the third. I wouldn't get cheated on. When you truly make peace with you, with what you look like, with what God has given you, you're able to settle into who you really are. You start to like quality time with yourself. You start to recognize when somebody affects you energetically. You start to realize that maybe you want more that you're not getting at this job. Maybe you want to become an entrepreneur. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you want to be at home with family. You want to be able to spend time with your loved ones even more. But every day we put up with shenanigans, nonsense, because we're not confident, and we expect people to give us things of value to build an ego, a facade over ourselves that many of us carry for the long haul. Many of us carry into our relationships, our marriages, the way that we raised our children, the way that we are at work. Whatever curated image you decide to adorn yourself with. And when you step into a room and you have confidence, you know who you are, there will be naysayers. There will be people who think that you're better than everybody else. There will be individuals who may not like you immediately. And I want you to know that that's okay. But there are many other people who do want to connect with you. There are many people who admire that thing about you, that you always choose yourself. So when you're comfortable with yourself, when you're comfortable with your looks, you're more comfortable with being who you are, and you're more comfortable with letting go of anything and everyone that does not match the sense of self that you carry. That is truly where confidence comes from. That is how you can ooze confidence, is by choosing yourself in situations where other people just wouldn't do so, where other people would just take the handout, take the leftovers, or settle. And for many of the people who I am talking to in this video, you might have settled for mediocrity. You might feel unfulfilled right now. You might feel uncertain, unsure of where it is that you want to go. Like, you know that things need to change, but you don't know what it is. And what needs to change is being authentic to you, loving you, because you were made the way that you were. I don't care what you look like, for a reason. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a gift that they are here to share with the world. Mine just happens to be me telling my stories here on the internet to individuals to learn, to go through lessons. That's why I feel like God has put me in a lot of situations where I had to learn a lot of tough lessons so that I can be able to heal myself and learn the art of detachment, which is something that is kind of going a little bit too far for me. I feel like I'm a little too imbalanced in the detached aspect because I really just am starting not to give up about anything. And that's really bad. That starts happening when you're truly, truly confident. Let's not be arrogant. Let's be confident. And confidence is still being a kind person to other people, but knowing that the offer is just not good enough for you. Confidence is loving your family members, forgiving them, and understanding them, but still being who you are and not following what they want you to do, especially if you know that in your heart of hearts that is not the best thing for you. A lot of people can only speak about their own experiences and what they have been through, and when you ask for advice or you want to have somebody to follow, I feel like you should follow yourself because nobody knows what you want more than you. And the thing is that we are so afraid to listen to ourselves because we're not confident. We haven't been trained to be confident. This society, this world that we live in, literally makes us categorize ourselves and put ourselves in baskets. Freedom of expression, freedom to be who you are, freedom to say no is villainized, if you will. It's radical in a world that's built to confine you. I want you to realize that when you're finally okay with who you are on every aspect, the physical starts first, but you also do need to do a little bit more emotional work. You have to stop blaming yourself. We are only human beings and we're put on this planet to learn lessons, and the best lessons are learned through relationships. When you're confident in yourself and it's really seeping from your aura, it's not an arrogance, it is a calmness. Individuals depend on you more. Individuals let their guards around you more. Individuals want to be more like you, want to be around you. Sometimes taking the path to be alone is scary because many of us don't want to take a look at ourselves. We don't want to go there. We don't want to remember the things that hurt us. But that's a part of the process. You cannot be confident if you don't work through your issues. That could be your traumas, a multitude, a variety of them. All of us have a unique story, and I really don't know what that is for you. But you can start to work on it, and when you work on it, you naturally start to distance yourself from things that are no longer working for you. And you'll start to elevate in life in many different ways and want more. And not necessarily on a material level, just want more of what makes you feel joyful, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel like, damn, I love who I am. And then it oozes out of you. So yeah, I guess that's my little story and my little video about confidence. I hope that this helped you. If you like this video, yeah, you know what to do. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this with somebody. Come back and I will hope to see you soon.